Hello everyone and welcome back to my Let's Play of Shrift 2 Part 2 English. So last time we managed to make our way partly through the hospital and made our first encounter with Demon Lord Rose. But we are not up to the task of taking her on yet, so we have to go make a plan. Let's get to it. Richard head towards Dr. Yui's lab, along with Yuto, Machina, and the others. I see. A Demon King class? Quite a nuisance. Well, I did set that black coffin to contain absolutely any demon. I never thought humans could coax a Demon King into one. That's honestly impressive. The situation is beyond my expectations. I also feel bad for your funeral squad, Yuto. Our A3, Kai, doesn't have a scratch on him, but his mind's so corrupted he's basically crippled. Ain't no way he's ever come back to duty. Meanwhile, our A4 man, Reshi, just twisted his ankle a little, but after seeing his colleague end up in such a state, he's going to need a whole lot of therapy. Considering the results of our efforts on Nagekijima, one would assume Dr. Yui's latest iteration of the demon rounds would have been effective. That they would be ineffective against this demon goes without saying, but it should be surprising that they have no effect against even its melty ooze familiars. It seems likely that the power of this Rose's demon's magic, including her ability to produce lesser demons, is well beyond our expectations. So you really did know. You knew a black coffin had been dropped into the hospital, and you sent Yuto and his team there? I wasn't trying to hide anything, but I didn't think I needed to inform you of every little thing. We've got our own plans going on here. You arrive at a possible lead to that past incident, and a mysterious object lands in the facility and begins transforming the space around it. That told me all I needed to know. It had to be the black coffin I'd provided. If Yuto's Fenrir squad could have handled it, then that'd be that. But otherwise, I knew you'd turn up eventually, and all going well, you'd come away with a strengthened demon emblem. But a Demon King class? Even with the demons in your emblem, you wouldn't stand a chance. This calls for a change in priorities. We need to finish that, and fast. Huh? You mean there's a way to fight her? That's my sis. I knew coming back here was the right move. So what kind of crazy gadget you got in the works for us? There was another function I tried to incorporate into the black coffin while I was working on it, but I had to shelve it after I couldn't get it to work properly. I personally thought it was highly necessary for cases just like this, but it wasn't part of the design plan, so, you know. It's a safety device. To be honest, having to complete this makes me uncomfortable as a dean. Yep, the safety device. If you recall from Shrift 1 or my blind Let's Play of Shrift 2, it's the device that if the demons get out of control, it destroys them from within. Safety device? It doesn't sound that crazy. It's true, the name could have done with a little more work, but the same can't be said of its functionality. Put simply, it dematerializes a demon that's become a biological weapon. It does this by annihilating its demon essence at its very foundation. In other words, from the point of view of an observer in this reality, if the safety device is activated on a demon, it dies. I guess that ain't a peaceful death. So how's that different from a priest purifying one of them? That purifying removes their materialization from the human realm. You could think of it like forcing them to return to the demon realm. It disposes of the demon without harming them. But the loss of their demon essence itself means even their true form in the demon realm is annihilated. In that sense, they die. The loss of their true form? The death of a demon? Of course, one can't equate the loss of one's existence to the death of a being with a soul like humans. Demons return to being a formless concept and wait to rematerialize one day. The process of formless demons attaining another form is a complicated one, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Basically, the safety device is a last resort to deal with a black coffin demon that's running amok. As long as it was contained in the black coffin, the device will work on any demon's essence without exception. This may be a thoughtless question, but why did you postpone such an important device? This seems an essential device for safety considering the high-risk nature inherent with dealing with demons. Like I said before, it wasn't part of the design. I barely got the thing out on time, and all the other necessary functions were a real pain to put in. There are also technical issues. I can't say for sure that the effects will be sufficient at this stage, and I haven't yet established its effects on Demon King class demons. Ideally, I'd have it the size of a nanomachine mixing into the torrent of essence within a demon, sort of like circulating through a human's bloodstream. But I don't yet have the miniaturization technology to make it happen. The best I could do right now is making something the size of a syringe to directly inject it. In other words, there are all sorts of unsolved problems with the device. But if we had this safety device, then it'd give us a fighting chance against the Demon King like Rose, right? That's right. It'd give you a good chance at winning. In fact, I'll make something that's guaranteed to give you a result. I'm going to rush to get this done, so give me a few days. I don't plan to spend long making it, so look forward to the result. Got it! Good luck, Dr. Yui! That's our mad scientist for you. Speaking of which, I missed my chance, so I forgot to ask this before. This dog Yuto-san brings with him, it's a robot-like Machina, right? It saved me in that really flashy way back in the main hall, and I didn't even say thanks. So I'd like to talk to it a little, if you don't mind. Yuto, do I have permission? Sure. This priest's one of us now, anyway. Go on and flap your gums. Roger. Disabling shy mode restrictions. Categorizing Richard as an acquaintance. I'm attack model Barghest JL-0021. My individual moniker is Deadhound. My primary functions are projection in support of Yuto. My primary functions are protection in support of Yuto. Simply calling me Hound is fine, which is how Yuto refers to me. For even humans usually don't call each other by their full names, do they? Hound is metal material fused with demon essence, made from an alloy called Jagrain. Jagrain has strong tendency to reflect the personality and abilities of the particular demon essence used to make it. You could say Hound is a perfectly manufactured demon. The influence of demon essence in Jagrain also includes fragmented memories of the demon it came from. The memories immediately after essence extracted are particularly vivid. The Barghest I came from apparently failed in a duty and was severely punished by a master of sorts. Ah, that shitty boss! Yep. And also, this tells you how complex the Barghest thoughts actually are. It's just they couldn't talk in their old form. Not in any way humans could understand. I cannot recall what Master looked like, but they appear to have been the moody kind with no compunctions about destroying their subordinates. As I am now, I could do without having that kind master. That's pretty amazing. Makina is one thing, but with Dr. Yui's technology, Sumeragi will never need to worry about falling behind. But as a church priest, I'd be much happier if you focused on medical advances rather than all this constant weapons development. I wish you'd have some faith in me. Even those primordial angel jerks don't share any more knowledge than was necessary with you humans, did they? If I went and shared all the details of my technology with you humans, you'd end up on a path to self-destruction. So I'm sharing just what's necessary when the time's right. By the way, Richard, you said earlier you wanted to thank me for helping you. In which case I request a number of pats. Yuto has not been providing them lately, and it's making my Barghest urges unbearable. If possible, belly rubs would also be appreciated. May I lie on my belly, Yuto? Of course you can. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, is that leg going? Is that the spot? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Oh, that's strange. Is that a memento you have there? How'd you get your hand on one of those? Memento? You mean this kind of comma-shaped thing? That's right. They're strong emotions and memories that don't normally manifest in the real world, given a physical form. Have you heard of artifact spirits? When an object is cherished and used for close to 100 years, the emotions of its users start to dwell inside it. You can think of them as formed from emotion itself. Though, given the strong bundle of emotions they effectively are, holding a memento in your bare hand can drive a person to insanity. Maybe it's thanks to the protection of the emblem, but luckily you were the one to pick it up. Worst case, it would have been it wouldn't have been unusual for a lot of deaths to have happened. Huh? That's insane! I don't want to hold on to something so dangerous. Can you get rid of it for me? Not so fast. This presents us a surprising use for them. If you're capable of picking them up, we may be able to make use of them. Come, follow me. I have a device I'd like to introduce you to. I have a bad feeling about this. Welcome to where Yui watches all her porn. Behold! A new device I finished only the other day. So new, there's still not a speck of dust on it. I shall gift you the right to freely use this device as you see fit. Be honored that you are permitted to try this new cutting-edge technology. First of all, what is this thing? And also, can you please explain how to use it? You can't just tell me I can use it and then expect me to nod my head and figure it out on my own. Oh, right, of course. Sorry about that. I got so excited about being able to test my new invention that I got a little ahead of myself. Mementos are effectively a clump of emotions. In other words, that little comma-shaped object is packed with thoughts and feelings, which is what I've already told you. To put it simply, this machine will allow you to access the contents of that memento and relive the experience as if you were seeing it with your own eyes. Even if the events happen to someone other than you, by wearing these goggles, you can experience the events from that person's perspective. I call them delusion goggles! Delusion goggles! You didn't need to say it twice. I love her. But the thoughts and memories are so powerful. Wouldn't it be dangerous to access them even through this machine? You did say that simply touching these mementos is highly dangerous for normal people. I'd rather not peek into these things and end up suddenly being driven insane. Maybe you should get rid of it after all. Don't you worry about that. The goggles give you a visual and audio experience only, nothing more. In other words, it's not like the experience is being broadcast directly into your brain. It's more like you're watching a video. There's no chance of getting game over or anything. Someday I'd like to develop this technology to allow users to literally experience events with all their 5 senses. But I need something a little larger in scale for that. Yeah, you do finally manage to accomplish that. Quite the effective device that you primarily use for porn. So, for example, a capsule you could lie inside of to vicariously experience an individual's memories, where the user could freely move about inside the recreation. Please stop. Dreams are one thing, but that's definitely going to get people killed. But anyway, I know what this thing is now. So how do I actually use it? Its operation is extremely simple. Simply place the memento you wish to experience inside this glass container, and then hit the switch. Then just put on the VR goggles and follow the voice instructions you hear. You should be able to do everything without me. For now, forget all those doubts in your mind. Try actually using it, assuming you have a memento you wish to experience, that is. Yep, the primal selection. We'll just go ahead and pretend that he watched that. It's essentially him watching porn. Good thing there's this barrier between us and everyone else. And he knows exactly what that cult is getting up to with its male members. Anything else? Welcome to my lab. What do you need today? I heard from Sis about an interesting priest who'd only just come back to town. It's a relief that you seem to be a good sort. Truth be told, I wouldn't have been able to leave a human with demons in his arm if it turned out to be a bad guy. That reminds me, Sis, can you restock Hound's main missiles? Doing it by hand is a real chore, though. Think you can do it for me? I don't particularly mind. I'll need you to finalize the expense for the missiles with your father, though. Yuto, wait. There are 84 missiles in total, each weighing 5.73 pounds, for a total of just over 481 pounds. I like to run around a while longer without all the extra weight. Hey, Yuto, are you listening? I want missiles. Wait a little longer. Hey, I'm sure you can hear me. Right now. Well, we do have should be fine. Let's just stay out. We have Hypnos to rely on. Give us some extra time. Let's see. We might as well work on getting... I want to see that special demon. And get the DOD. So, might as well go to the public cemetery. Alright, to the back. Thing is, oh, it is over there. So we've already done that. So do we have the item? Oh, we do. Okay. Well, never mind. We've done it before. Okay. For some reason, I forget. It's been so long. But come to think of it, we never have looked at these things. Only saved. We'll lose to it once. Okay, so it does look different. Alright. Okay, that's gonna need censored. Man-eaters, derived demons, loitering. About derived demons. When a lesser demon reaches level 30, a derived demon will start to appear somewhere on the same floor as the original. It cannot be defeated once you've interacted with their symbol on the map. All you can really do from that point is try to escape. If you try and continue the game after losing the derived demon, you'll receive its associated lesser demon's drop. This is one way to acquire. Yeah, we heard that. Let me read it again. Is that man-eaters? Sour-looking roses blooming from a bundle of ivy are definitely from man-eater. I recognize the shape and size. It doesn't seem to have noticed me yet. Try and get a bit closer to it to get a better look at it. It's the smell. Uh-oh. Didn't notice me approaching? The derived demon started releasing gas-like pollen from all the flower petals on its ivy. I immediately stepped back, having only inhaled a tiny amount of its gas. That's not enough for me to recognize it. It's the exact same ecstasy-inducing gas that man-eater releases. At this distance, its effect will probably be powerful enough to destroy any sense of reason, without doubt. It'll drive me to the point of wanting to thrust into those huge flowers. As if aware that a squeezing target is staring at it, it has begun wiggling its petals and undulating its pistil, like it's trying to imitate the female sex organ. Stay away. Okay. Okay, so I can go up and look to it without actually interacting with it. That's nice. Good to know. Well, in that case, let's go see what the other one looks like. Let's see, a love hug, right? Let's see, there's the main one. Let's see, we don't use these too often, so... It's that one, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. No! Love hugs, derived demons luring. Huh? What's that, frog? It looks really weird. It really does. There's a frog-like thing about the size of a human hanging around a short distance away. It's clearly no ordinary organism. There's something growing from its back. At first glance it appears vaguely human, but looking more closely it looks like a large collection of eggs. The eggs look familiar, in the same shape as the ones Love Hug laid after we mated and she'd implanted the embryos. Yeah, skip that, so I have no idea what he's talking about. Wait, so this thing's incubating the eggs instead of Love Hug itself? Ugh! Why are you blushing, Richard? Are you that much of a freak? I guess that's partially my fault, but still. The moment its eyes met mine, it opened a mouth wide and stuck its long tongue out towards me. At the end of that tongue was something quite different from what a frog normally has. Luckily, I'm just far enough away that its tongue can't quite reach me, though it's trying to show off by making the hole on its tongue tip make a sucking and squelching noises. It's like the sticky, seductive movements are trying to tell me that it'll make me feel good with that hole. And little by little, my body's starting to respond to its movements. The frog doesn't seem like it's going to move. It seems that it's aware of how vulnerable the eggs on it are, so it can't jeopardize them by moving. But if I get any closer than that tongue, and that tongue ensnares me, I have no choice but to be squeezed out by this thing. How about no? Yeah. Alright. Just want to take a look. I didn't actually want to do anything with it. Alright. There's not one there. So I guess we could go give some energy the one here. Assuming it counts, which I assume it does. Oh, right. We haven't, everything's still beaten because it hasn't been a day. Well, I just wasted time. Alright. Fine. Fair enough. Alright, we don't want to be tired. So put arm under pillow. Hypnosis.